In today's wrestling news, William Regal dares AEW to fire him. Kevin Nash and Will Ospreay get into a Twitter beef. Even though they're the top guys, FTR don't make the cut for the new AEW video game. Vince Russo drops a massive bombshell stating that he has worked on WWE Raw for the past 2 years. And Ric Flair confirms he and Bret Hart are BFFs. William Regal was a part of WWE for over 2 decades and helped many next generation talents along the way. On his podcast The Gentleman Villain, Regal stated, "So if they want to try and take me up on this, take me up on it, and if I get fired from the company I'm working for now for sticking up for them, then so be it." NXT UK was a passion project of mine, to give a decent place for British and European talent to get a pipeline so they could go to WWE and have the charmed life that I've had. If they don't like that, then they can get stuffed. This was Regal's reaction to WWE's announcement last week that NXT UK will be going on hiatus starting in September, before being rebranded as NXT Europe in 2023. Will Ospreay has fired back at 2-time WWE Hall of Famer Kevin Nash for questioning his popularity. Earlier this week, a fan on Twitter pointed out how Ospreay has had 4 5-star matches over the past month or so, which is more than CM Punk, John Cena and Kurt Angle have combined. In response to that tweet, Nash simply wrote, "How's his merchandise sales?" With Ospreay resorting a few hours later to the old quad joke that has followed Nash for nearly 2 decades, with Ospreay asking the legend, "Did you tear your quads writing this tweet?" It appears that not every top AEW star will be in the new video game AEW Fight Forever. Fightful has reported that Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler are not part of the first version of AEW Fight Forever. And according to the report, FTR made it as far as the model phase of the game and was removed from the game's roster by spring of 2022. Fightful's source reported that FTR was informed about being removed from the video game, and not surprisingly they weren't too happy about it. It was also noted in the report that being in the game would have come with a significant bonus. Whilst Vince Russo has not worked with WWE in any official capacity since leaving the company in 2002, the former WWE head writer dropped a bombshell on his podcast over the weekend. According to Russo, he secretly consulted USA Network on all matters pertaining to WWE Raw from April 2020 until April 2022. He even claimed that Vince McMahon was aware of him being hired by USA Network. Russo said, "I got in contact with the vice president at USA Network who was overseeing Raw. He knew who I was and called me back immediately, and we had a long discussion. So the first thing he did was he went directly to Vince McMahon. When it comes to numbers and when it comes to networks, I don't care if it's 1999 or 2020, I know where they stand. I know what they are looking for. I know what's acceptable and what's unacceptable because I had communication with them for 2 straight years. So don't tell me what the F I'm talking about, bro, when I'm working directly with the network that WWE Raw is on." And finally, some good news. The Nature Boy Ric Flair and Bret the Hitman Hart haven't always seen eye to eye throughout their careers. However, the WWE Hall of Famers get along swimmingly these days. In fact, Flair recently took to social media and shared a photo of the pair of them celebrating their current friendship. It depicts the Nature Boy and the Hitman with their fists raised and arms wrapped around each other, with Flair confirming that they've put their differences behind them after a decade-spanning quarrel. Flair wrote, "We called each other everything in the world for 30 years. Now, we just call each other friends for life." Hart and Flair's real-life beef can be traced all the way back to the fall of 1992. In short, Hart defeated the former 4 Horsemen member to win his first WWF World title. However, the Hitman felt that Flair gave a poor performance in the match, which undermined the significance of the big occasion. Meanwhile, Flair took umbrage with Hart criticizing his in-ring performances and claiming that he was a repetitive performer, causing him to throw shade at Hart's legacy in response. With all that being said, the pair buried the hatchet last year, and it has been a positive friendship since then. Last month, Hart was one of several WWE legends who attended Flair's final match, and the Hitman even had some positive things to say about the match.